All right, Smell Good family, before we get started with today's video, we're here today to talk about my friends over at Yom and Lail. All right, so I've talked a ton of Yom and Lail over the past year and a half, maybe even 2 years now, and they do incredible work. I think they're the best when it comes to this inspired take. I think they're the best with their inspired takes. They also have originals as well, and those don't stay in stock. They don't. As soon as they stock them, they sell out. All right, so but they do great work. What you pay for, and what you get with what you pay for is outstanding. They do really good work. Don't take my word for it. Don't take anybody else's in the comments' word for it. See for yourself. Try those discovery sets. They do a fantastic job with the discovery sets. You can try 5 10 ml samples or 10 ml samples of whatever you're interested in. But if you spend up to $84.99, you can get a free 10 ml of your choosing. So all that's linked down below. Hit the link. You got to hit the link to get the free 10 ml and then use Dedrick 10 at checkout. So if you're interested in something, see for yourself. I think they do great work. A lot of people have voiced their opinions on them doing great work. And then you have some that don't rock with Yom and Lail. Some love them, some don't. And that's fine. That's what makes this hobby great. It's all subjective. There's something for everybody. And see for yourself if Yom and Lail is for you. All right, so link in the description. Dedrick 10 at checkout. Get your free 10 ml once you spend up to $84.99. All right, peace, y'all. Well, it's not peace because we're about to get started with today's video. Come on. YouTube, what's going on YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, you got one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell Good family, hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. And as always, man, it's positive energy, it's positive vibes, and most importantly, it is positive vibes only. All right, so today we're back with more from our friends over at Yom and Lail, and the seasons are beginning to change. And you guys have been hitting me up, fall recommendations from Yom and Lail. What do you got? And I got something. All right, so I hope it's something. I haven't smelled it yet. Just got it in from Yom and Lail, and I requested this one, and it's definitely along the lines of one of the more popular niche fragrances and brands that are out there. All right, so looking forward to seeing what this is about. And there are some really good ones for the fall and the winter season, and I'll compile a list for you guys very soon, like some of my favorite fragrances or my favorite recommendations from Yom and Lail for the fall season. All right, so stay tuned for that. But what are we talking about today? All right, we're talking about from the house of Yom and Lail. We have, I believe this is pronounced Fume d'Ombre. Fume d'Ombre, and this is their take on Clive Christian's Blonde Amber. All right, so I'm very excited to try this. I have one 1.5 ml sample, and then another, I think it's like a 3 ml of Blonde Amber. I smelled it a while ago, got reacquainted with it earlier this year, and I really enjoyed it. I think it's very nice. And if this is close, if this is in the neighborhood, that's going to be a huge win. It's a thing, it's kind of, I'm a seasonal fragrance wearer. So when I smelled it in the warmer months, I was like, all right, I'll put it on my list. So now that it's getting cooler, I'm just kind of weighing my options. And I have some Yom and Lails that are keeping me from getting the original. And I've said that before. Love Again is keeping me from getting Lovers. Maritime is keeping me from getting 40 Knots from Xerjoff. So there's a few that are keeping me. L'Impossible fragrance is keeping me away from getting L'Immensity. All right. So at some point in time, I may acquire those, but I'm not in a rush. So let's see what Fume d'Ombre is all about. All right, so let's get a spray. I haven't smelled it, first impression, so here we go. We get 2 sprays on my left hand. We get a spray in the air. Oh man, that smells really nice. Strong, ambery presence. Oh, that smells so good. Strong ambery presence, kind of like this. Man, it's gourmandish in the air. It's kind of like a some type of Danish coming out of the oven with that kind of like glazed sugar crispiness. I don't know how to explain it better than that, but like a Danish coming out with maybe, I don't know, it was topped with some brown sugar or something that giving like this kind of sweet crustiness on top of a Danish. That's what it smells like in the air. Smells fantastic. Let's see what we get on skin for sure. Oh wow. That's good. That's good. That's good. Definitely getting a very bold, dense amber here. This is blended very nicely. And that's one thing I can say. Over the past, I want to say 5 to 6 months, at least the bottles that I receive, the blends are appearing to get even more concise. They're becoming, they seem to be more dialed in. Not saying there was a problem before, but I could tell like, okay, this fragrance is really, really fresh. It needs a little bit more time to macerate. And I'm noticing over the past, I want to say like maybe 5 to 6 months, at least the fragrances that I'm getting, they are really, really blended very nicely, very well. So again, getting this amber, I am getting this dryness there. The sweetness is not overbearing, and I love that. There is this kind of, oh man, it's dry, warm, amber, sweet touches to it for sure. This is going to go perfect for a date night. What? Date night during the fall, date night during the winter. This is just going to bang, man. Very sexy. I keep putting my nose back to it because it's addictive. This is an addictive profile. It smells sensational. Man, Yom and Leo's on a roll. This is one of the better one of the better representations from the brand. How close is it to Blonde Amber? I'm going to say it's in that 90th percentile for sure. This one is a little bit more denser than the original, and I find a lot of Yom and Leo's to be like that. They seem to be a little bit more denser than the OG, and this is no different. A bit more denser, a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier. But it's really nice. Again, I'm getting this kind of this dry, woody vibe with this very bold, dense, rich amber. Not sickly sweet like vanilla, but just bold and rich. And I'm enjoying it. I'm not the biggest fan of super sweet fragrances. I'm not even the biggest fan of gourmands. My gourmands have to be a certain type of way. I like a mature gourmand. That's what I've been saying lately. I like a mature gourmand. What is a mature gourmand? This one is. The sweetness is right where it needs to be. It's not over the top. It's not sickly sweet to make your stomach hurt and you want to scrub this off after a couple hours. It's not that. That's not my thing. If it's your thing, cool. It's just not mine. Yeah, again, very bold, dense amber. Getting a dryness here, definitely a woody presentation here. There's something extra going on that I'm not able to identify just by smelling it. I just know it smells great, and it's one of the better takes from Yom and Leil that I have smelled. I'm going to rate my Yom and Leil experiences of 2025 at the end of the year, and it's going to be 10 of them, and this is going to be there. This is going to be there and at the end of the year. Now, I'm not aware if there's any other blonde amber inspired takes. I'm not sure. I'm sure that they are, because that is a very popular fragrance from Clive Christian. I want to say over the last year to 2 years. It's been out for quite some time, but me personally, I've seen a lot of talk about it. But let's get to the notes, and then we're going to look up Blonde Amber's notes from Clive Christensen and just kind of see what we got there. All right. Yeah, dry woods, ambery, bold ambery, kind of getting this definitely this kind of like dried fruits. It's kind of reminding me of like kind of the dried fruit experience from it's a fragrance from Plume Impressions, man. I think it's Royal Bourbon. Like Royal Bourbon, it kind of is reminding me of that. And blonde amber reminds me of royal bourbon too. But let's get to the notes, excuse me. According to Yeoman, all right, here we go. So top notes: rum, olibanum, bitter orange, cardamom, pink pepper, bergamot, ginger, and grapefruit. Middle notes: dried fruits, white tobacco, sandalwood, tuberose, saffron, osmanthus, jasmine, and orris. Wow. In the base: tonka bean, myrrh, vanilla, ladamine, patchouli, cedar, musk, and vetiver. Interesting. So let's go to the note breakdown on blonde amber, because I don't remember. I've looked up blonde amber in the past, and I don't remember all of these notes being there. Let's see what we get. Parfumo's not working properly right now, so let's go to Fragrantica. So accords are amber, woody, warm, spicy, sweet, vanilla, white, floral, fruity, aromatic, powdery, and citrus. Okay, here we are. Note breakdown. Yeah, I guess so. Rum, olibanum, bitter orange, cardamom, pink pepper, ginger, bergamot, grapefruit. In the mid: dried fruits, white tobacco, sandalwood, saffron, tuberose, osmanthus, and I'm really getting osmanthus now. Orris and jasmine. In the base: tonka, vanilla, myrrh, ladamine, patchouli, cedar, musk, and vetiver. So either, I guess, because sometimes Parfumo and Fragrantica can be like two different lanes with this stuff. And let me see if so Parfumo's coming up. Blonde amber. All right, so this is what Parfumo says. It's not like, sweet, spicy, creamy, oriental, fruity. But all they're giving is amber, dried fruits, blonde tobacco, tonka, bitter orange, tuberose, and jasmine. Not giving her the rum or the boozy, which I'm getting the boozy effect of this as well, but different sites for different things. But I'm believing what Fragrantica said, because there's a lot more going on for sure. So again, this is outstanding stuff. They really crushed this one. Very beautiful amber here, bold, dense. Like I said, it kind of reminds me in the opening of pulling out a Danish with this kind of crusted brown sugar glaze on top of it, just very gourmandish. But then as this continues to do its thing, that dry woods, that rum, that dried fruits really standing out. Because to my nose right now, I'm getting the amber, the dried fruits, the rum, the woods, and I'm not sure if white tobacco is dry, but maybe it's the combination of the woods feature and the white tobacco that's giving that dry, woody play here to my nose. Not really getting this kind of big white floral boom here, not really. And as it dries down, I'll definitely kind of keep you, up to speed on if the patchouli makes its way there. Definitely that oriental, sweet, woody, slightly powdery, slightly boozy impact here. This is awesome. This is one of the better experiences of 2025 from Yeoman Leil for me. They crushed this one. I don't know when they released this one. I don't know if this is a newer one, but it was just something that I was interested in due to my experience with blonde amber. And like I said, it's about 90% close, a bit more denser, a bit more thicker. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem at all with that. So rating this out the chute, man, for Yeoman Leil, if it was a fragrance on its own, I would give it an 8.7 out of a 10. 8.7 out of 10. It is going to be a mass appealing hit. People are going to love how you smell. You're going to love how you smell. If you're wearing this on date nights or intimate settings and you're kind of getting out and about in the cooler months, especially in the evening, this is going to work. I feel comfortable saying if you're wearing this, and this bottle is, I think, $84.99 for 100 ml, and someone out there is wearing a $500 bottle of another amber-based fragrance, I'm saying, what I'm saying by saying that is, both of y'all are going to smell amazing. But I'm willing to bet that just as much attention as that massive niche price point and niche fragrance is getting, this is going to get you maybe that same vibe, because it just works. They really did a fantastic job here. Yeoman Leil does incredible work. Don't take my word for it. See for yourself. Get your discovery set. Get that free 10 ml. Get a bottle, get a 30 ml, get a 100 ml, whatever fits you, do it. See for yourself. And again, when you talk about niche perfumery, it can get really expensive. I have a lot of them. Stuff that's been sent to me, and then stuff that I purchased with my own money. But then when I get to experience something like this, it really racks my mind. Like, this is $84.99, but this smells like a $500 fragrance. It just does. It just does to my nose. And they did a really good job. This stuff is awesome, man. So 8.7 out of 10. Great take on Clive Christian's Blonde Amber. This is another one that's going to keep me from getting Blonde Amber. Just going to tell you, Blonde Amber is great. It is great, beautiful. But this is going to keep me good and keep me away from purchasing a bottle of Blonde Amber, at least for now, like for sure. I cannot wait to wear this. This is outstanding. From the house of Yom and Leil, beautiful, beautiful. Fume d'Ombre. Again, this is their take on Clive Christensen, Blonde Amber. Outstanding stuff. They crushed it, man. And again, I recommend Yom and Leil. I've been recommending them to try them. I'm not the only one who talks about them in this YouTube space or in this fragrance content space. There's other content creators out there who speak on Yom and Leil. Go hear what they have to say as well. I haven't seen anybody talk about this one, so I might be the only one with this video for now. But Fat Boy Finesse talks about them. My boy Kevin Smell Goods talks about them. There's been a lot of other content creators, you know, speaking on their experience from Yom and Leil. And again, do they hit on everything? No, they don't. They don't hit on everything. Their recent release, Gladiator, I don't think it's that close to Trifle Bacchus. I think it smells good. I think it could be its own fragrance, but it's not Trifle Bacchus. I think Master Yoda, their Mind Games Mentor take, it smells like Mentor, yes, but you're not getting a Mentor experience. If that makes any sense. I know we're talking about, you know, clones and inspired buys right now, but you're not getting it with Master Yoda. It smells good. And there's a few others as well. But there are some that you are getting the experience. Like that Needlam take on Blue Sapphire from Boldedicia. And I have Blue Sapphire. You're getting that experience for sure. Blue Spell, their take on Blue Talisman. You're getting that Blue Talisman experience for sure. So just kind of got to do your research, test some things out, and just kind of see for yourself. But this one right here, Fume d'Ombre, yes, this one is really good. All right, so thank y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you guys and all your support. Let me know about your thoughts on Yom and Leil. What are your thoughts? Do you like them? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Are they weak? Are they yes? Are they no? Whatever. Let us know. Let me know down below in the comments. And I'll definitely look forward to reading your guys' comments and just kind of seeing where y'all at with everything. So appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the love. Remember, it don't cost a lot of money to smell great. You don't have to spend $84.99 on this. They have 30 mls for a much cheaper price, and 30 mls can last you forever, especially if you have a collection. 30 mls can last you forever. Those discovery sets, those 10 mls can last you forever. Forever. All right, so just kind of do what's best for you. But if you experience Yom and Leil and you want to share it, I would love to read about it. All right, so until next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. It's positive energy, it's positive vibes, and most importantly, it's positive vibes only. All right, so splack it up, splack it down, splack that thing all around. And remember, what you put onto this world is exactly what you are going to get back. The whole time I was doing this, it was just doing this thing. Wow. Peace, y'all. Until next time. Splacker.